Well,
The other thing is, what's that?
I am so sorry, Your Honor. You can finish. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut you
Uh,
off. That's so difficult. That's take into consideration if the ticket can be waived because I am a responsible, good driver.
and you're still here just saying nobody gave you a break, right?
No, Honor, you're misunderstanding me because I'm not aware of breaks and tickets. This is my first one, so I hope you understand that I
Okay.
don't know that that is a break.
Karen walked into court acting like she could flirt her way out of a speeding ticket. But the judge wasn't having any of it. What's crazy is she doesn't even realize how lucky she already is. The officer caught her driving way faster, but decided to give her a break, only marking her for 6 to 10 miles over the limit. That's basically a gift in traffic court. Instead of being thankful, she's in court complaining that it's unfair. She keeps saying she never gets a break, even though the officer literally saved her a ton of money and points on her license at SO. What do you guys think? Are you on Karen's side? Or do you think the judge showed way more patience than most would? Let's check it out.
This is a speeding citation on an actual 88 and a 70. However, it was only written as 6 to 10 over. So, Ms. Aguilar, you are here on this 6 to 10 over speeder to do one of three things. First is you could admit responsibility to the citation. Or two, admit responsibility, but you'd like to provide some sort of explanation to court as to how or why this happened. Or three, you wish to contest this citation. In other words, fight the ticket at what we call informal hearing. What were you looking to do?
Number two,
Okay. And what is it you'd like to tell me?
Your Honor, I'd like to explain what happened that day when I received the citation. I was in the left lane passing a slower moving vehicle, and I did increase my speed briefly in order to pass and merge back into the right lane. But I was not driving recklessly. I was pulled over shortly after by the officer who was originally traveling the opposite direction and made a U-turn on that highway. Given the circumstance and nearby traffic, I'm not even sure the speed he clocked was mine. I thought I was pulled over because at the time I did not have my license plate attached to the back. It was in my front seat. So I was not aware of getting pulled over for speed. I just thought it was my car needing the identification. During the stop, the officer did conduct the conduction or the interaction made me uncomfortable. He questioned several times about alcohol and drugs, despite there being no evidence. He kept pressuring that, so that kind of made me like really scared. He did peer through my windows of the car. The car is brand new. So there's really nothing there. I've never been in trouble before. I have a really good driving record. I do take driving seriously. I lost my brother to a reckless driver. I'm just asking the court to just please take the circumstances into consideration when reviewing the citation.
Okay. Well, ma'am, if you contested the citation, I would hear evidence and decide whether or not you were responsible or not. You're admitting responsibility to the citation, so I can't change the nature of your ticket. Now, lots of times what people, when they come in here, what they're concerned about is getting points on their license. Do you know what I mean
Mhm.
by that? Is
Yes,
that what you're concerned about?
I'm concerned about the points and the amount. I'm just concerned about it all, Your Honor. This is
Uh,
my first ticket I'm trying to fight.
well, first of all, the officer didn't write you a ticket for going 88 and a 70. The trooper gave you a break and wrote you the second wimpiest ticket he could write you. I think this is only a 1 point ticket. But here's what I'll explain to you about points. I'm not going to give you points on this. The trooper didn't give you points on this. Points don't come from us. All right, that fines and costs is the only penalty. Now, points come from Secretary of State. Secretary of State court, two different animals. They can't tell me what to do. I can't tell them what to do.
Okay.
But here's what I would say about points. First of all, points die a natural death every 2 years. So if you could, if you want to, just outweight this point and it will go away after 2 years. But maybe
I get that people want to fight their tickets, but this is definitely not how you do it. Her bad attitude alone is enough to ruin her chances. You can tell the judge is being calm and polite, which honestly makes her whining stand out even more. This is one of the nicest judges you'll ever see, and she's still testing his patience like it's some kind of game. Then she admits she doesn't even know how fast she was going. which is basically saying, yeah, I was speeding, but I didn't notice. The officer already did her a huge favor by lowering her speed on the ticket. There's really nothing to argue about here. If she keeps pushing, she could actually make things worse for herself. ST judges don't like having their time wasted over something that's basically a warning in disguise. It feels like she's not even after fairness. She just wants to be right. Classic Karen behavior. Argue until you feel like you won. Even if the facts say otherwise, that SO what do you think? Should the judge shut her down already? Or just let her dig her own hole?